Hey guys, I want to take a few minutes today to announce our next ICF pool training seminar. I told you guys last week I was hoping to be able to do that, but a lot of things had to break right. We just had the wettest spring that I can remember in a lot of years as far as consistently being wet and just not allowing us to do a lot of work. Starting last week, we started to get a little concrete poured. This week, we poured almost 100 yards over the course of like 4 different jobs, which is fantastic. We've been really needing to get that done. We need a couple more weeks like that to start feeling caught up, but it's looking promising on the future forecast. So on Friday, the very first pool kit we had sold, they got their floor poured, their pool floor, and it went really well. And I'm going to go ahead and order their liner ahead of schedule and kind of walk them through all the wall building to make sure it's all completely ready. That'll actually be probably content over the next couple weeks as they build the walls kind of themselves. We'll brace it up, but then my guys are actually going to help pour it so we can train on it, because that pool is an absolutely perfect trainer for the ICF vinyl liners, which, again, from a business standpoint, great way to get into the business, high margins and fairly easy to build compared to the monopores and some of the more advanced pools we do. And also for the DIYers, the people buying our kits, this pool is a kit. We sold it as a kit, and they are putting a lot of it together themselves. I said we're helping, but that's more for the training purposes. And it's going to be a really good one for the people who want to DIY and maybe save $25,000 or $30,000 on their pool build. Or for the guys getting into the business, or if you're doing steel wall vinyl liners, these are insulated walls. They're more structurally sound. They're actually not more expensive. They're actually, right now with steel prices, they're a little bit less expensive than steel walls and just far better in every way. So, it's a killer pool. I didn't get to touch on it a ton in my first training because it was a monopore, like the real fancy type. This one will be the reverse. We'll touch on the monopore. We'll go over it. But the one we'll be showing off and working is going to be a vinyl liner. So, ICF Guru, I guess I'd been hearing from some of you that the contact form wasn't working. It turned out to be just a pretty simple fix. The website is running perfectly right now. So you can go to icfguru.com and see the new training dates. It's June 16th, 17th, and 18th, which is a weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we'll flex on Sunday in case any rain or anything comes in and delays anything. But what we're planning to do is the floor is poured, so we'll have the walls up and braced with the coping formed on top of the wall. And the first morning, the morning of the 16th, we'll meet, we'll go over that, we'll have coffee and donuts, and then the concrete pump and the concrete guys will show up, and we will knock out that wall in the morning. We'll break for lunch. We'll actually go to a concrete plant. We'll talk to them about all their ICF materials. They carry more fab-form bracing, fast foot, all the stuff, the Zonts and Zuckles. They carry more in stock than I think anybody in the country. Most guys order it out of Canada as you need it, and you'll have a weeks-long delay getting it. They carry it for us. And during my training, you can buy that stuff at a discount. It's just barely over cost. Last training, I think my guys bought them out of product. So we'll take you guys over there. We'll go over that. We'll also do some concrete quality control discussion, especially if you're DIY and you haven't done a lot of concrete. I'm going to give you all the additives we use, slumps, exactly how we do it, so you know how to talk to your concrete plant. That's day 1. Day 2, I've got an excavator lined up. He's going to start backfilling as soon as we get the plumbing done. So we will first do the plumbing around the pool. Shouldn't take 2 or 3 hours, and then they'll start backfilling it. My guys will be inside stripping all the bracing. On the vinyl liners, we brace them to the inside. They'll be stripping those. We'll pressure wash the floor, get all the little concrete dingleberries and everything cleaned up off the floor. And we will start prepping for the liner drop. Day 2. Depending on how that goes, how humid it is, if we can get all that pressure washing moisture to evaporate quick enough, we may drop the liner that evening. If not, we're going to drop it day 3 in the morning. So literally we're going to take it from needing to be poured to dropping a liner within a couple days. I'm lining up some water trucks so we can fill it faster than a hose. So I can also show you guys how to attach all the penetrations, all the seals cut in the liner without messing that up. because that scares people that haven't done it before. It's very simple, and we'll take it all the way to there, and then hopefully by the end of day 3, if there's enough water in the pool, we can kick on the pumps, show you how the Easy Touch and the salt chlorine generator, it's a saltwater pool, how all that works, and basically take you from the floor pour, which I've documented. I'm going to show you at the end here a little bit of detail on it, but I'll also give you a lot more detail at the training that you can take to a flat work guy. That's, even if you're DIY in the pool, I wouldn't recommend pouring that by yourself. It's a pretty, tiresome. It's not hard to do, but I mean, you need a crew that knows flat work to pour that, and kind of what you expect to pay them to do that. But really beyond that, you don't need a lot of labor. You can, I mean, a family could do this pool. They're very simple. So anyway, I'm excited to announce it. Just go to icfguru.com. I'll post a link right here to a very similar pool video. The one we're going to do in training is 8 feet deep. The one in the video is only 6 feet deep. But other than that, same set of stairs, thermoplastic stairs. Same. It's got a big light. We're using 4 micro brights on this pool instead of 1 big one. But I'll post that link, and then just go to icfguru.com and fill out the form. Joellen will get back with you and just give you all of the information on how to book. And we'll get you, lined up with hotels and everything else. And I'm really excited. Like I said, I've got a couple 100-hour weeks in store for me to be done with all my actual pool projects enough to do this. But I don't want to delay any further into the summer and get where you guys can't do your own projects once you're done. So without further ado, I'll show you kind of the floor pour that we did over there this week, or at least some guys that I helped them find did. And like I said, we'll be seeing you guys in about 1 month from today. So very much looking forward to it. Okay, so basically the way we set this up is we dig it down about 12 inches below our top grade of our concrete. We put 8 inches of gravel back in the middle, leaving 2 feet around the perimeter at the original grade. So when we pour 4 inches of concrete on top of this gravel, it'll be 12 inches thick around the edges, making a monolithic footing and slab all in one shot. Your flat work guys are in and out in one day, and you're ready to stack block. It's so much easier than the old style steel and polymer wall pools. Just a different method. So